Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. And this is a video where I try to explain some or most of the on-screen icons and whatever else on Killzone 3. I've paused it on the main menu, not because I think you're simple and you can't work out what multiplayer means, go online and do some shooting. I wanted to highlight the bot zone option underneath multiplayer. This is, as it suggests, a multiplayer type match where you play the same maps as you would in multiplayer, but you can set up a number of bots. I think it's up to 12, I might be wrong, as opponents or teammates, whatever you want to call it, and you can go and try out all the different classes. Now I seem to remember in the beta whatever, all the classes were unlocked when you went into the bot zone, so you could try out all the weapons and combinations and stuff and all the skills. That might not be true now, I can't remember, and I haven't tried it since I bought the full game nearly a year ago now. What I would like to point out though is any experience points you accumulate in the bot zone, which can be quite considerable if you put them all on like the really thickest setting and just start mowing them all down with exoskeletons and such like. Anyway, the experience points you might gain don't count towards your actual multiplayer total or get you any more unlock points and stuff like that. So I just wanted to highlight that before we crack on, so let's get going. So this is the career selection page. So I can do, under career, I can flick left and right between medic and infiltrator, etc, etc. Primary and secondary explosives and skill, I want insult intelligence. The spawn point option, now that normally at the beginning of a round you can only pick one. In this case I've got the ISA base camp 1. Now that will change if someone is able to capture one of the, using the tactician class, if someone's able to capture one of the spawn points, you can then obviously spawn there. So the spawn point is where you do left and right to flick between the different spawn points. Now also on this map it says under career selection we have Style Arms, which is the map we're going to be playing. And in the top right hand bit we've got mission search and destroy, which tells us what mission I'm about to start playing. When I get in there, the timer is a countdown timer telling me that there's 1 minute 10 left of this particular type of game in the match before it goes on to something else. And then the little blue circle and then 00-00 and then the Hellgast symbol means that at the moment no side has scored a point. It doesn't mean no rounds have been finished, but it means there's no one's won one yet. Obviously if it's a draw, neither side scores a point. So anyway, let's crack on and get into a bit of action. Right, I'll just pause it here. You can't see very well right this minute, but I'll explain the screen as we see it now. I'll start from the top right. We've got the blue circle is the ISA logo, which means I've spawned on the ISA side. The 00 means it's no side has again scored a point. 1 minute 8 means there's 1 minute 8 left. The number 2 means that I'm the number 2 ranked player on my team, which says I've got no points means there's only 2 of us on my team. That would change if there's a decent full size match, then I would start at something like 9 or 10. Then the sort of almost complete circle with an explosion in it means we're playing search and destroy. I'm going down, I've got 192 and a load of lines, that's my ammo count, and grenade 1 obviously. But just next to my gun there's a sentry that says bot on it. Now they're something unique to Killzone 3 that you didn't see in Killzone 2. They are the sentry drones, whatever you want to call them, that are in to stop spawn camping, which was a problem in Killzone 2. If you just see the word bot above it, it means you can't blow it up. In Killzone 2, the bots that were deployed to prevent spawn camping could be destroyed, so they didn't really work, because one rocket in the face, they blew up and you were spawn camped to bugger it. In Killzone 3, Guerrilla finally twigged on about this problem, and the bots are more powerful, they aim faster, they take no prisoners whatsoever, and they cannot be destroyed. So if you see the word bot on it, especially if it's in red, you want to get out of the way fucking pronto, because it will cut you down in no time at all. Now just to the left of the sort of centre of the screen where I'm aiming, you can see 2 digits. Well, you can actually see half squares with explosions in them, and then 2 sets of digits, 107 and then 104.8. Those indicate that it's 107 metres, or in-game meters anyway, to the objective. And then on the left hand side, in the top left hand corner, is a mini-map. The 2 pentagons indicate again where the objectives are. The blue circle is me, green circles are teammates, red circles are opponents, and purple ones are squad mates if you squadded up, which used to happen a lot in Killzone 2. You'd be invited to squads all the time, and in this game, in all the time I've been playing it, I think I've played in 3 squads. It's a bit more antisocial basically. And moving down, you spawn as I say, that's self-explanatory. And then there's a heartbeat monitor, that's to indicate if I press D-pad left I will deploy my revival gun, weapon, whatever you want to call it. D-pad down doesn't do anything on this particular map. On other maps like Turbine Concourse for example, you can pick up the rocket packs and you would press D-pad down to actually deploy the rocket pack and then go off shooting. D-pad right indicating I'm about to do it, so it's like a reaction for me when I run medic now. But that's my Medidroid. Medidroids, I've been over this, they have pluses and minuses. Obviously there's an extra weapon and they do get the occasional kill, and they can sniff out people you can't always see that easily. They do, however, have the downside of they do tend to give you position away if you're trying to sneak up on someone, but that's another story. So let's crack on and see how we get on. So I'll just run through here, just deploy my Medidroid. I do like this map, but there you go, just proof that it's only playing 2 aside. There's another bot there, it's one of the indestructible ones. On that score, if you see someone's name above it, which I think I see in a minute, or I'll blow one up coming up very shortly, someone's name above it as well as the word bot, just dodge this missile, take that, because there's someone's name over it, I can blow it up. Now I'm getting closer to the objectives when I get C4, well no, I always say C4, actually it's a proximity mine that I ran over there. So here I'm just flicking between the classes, and I've gone as a tactician this time, so I'll just pause it again because the options have changed. Obviously the stuff down the right hasn't changed very much. The 2 semi-complete squares that are out now over on the right hand side that you can barely make out, they're still there. Now right in front of me there's a little stick with a circle underneath it with a distance of 111.8. Now that is a spawn point I can capture. Because I'm a tactician now as opposed to a medic, those appear on my screen. They're separate from the objectives, they will always be there no matter what match type you're playing, and that's a spawn point for me to be able to capture. If our side have already captured it, it's green. If the opponents have got it captured, it's red, and if no one's got it, it's grey. Now on the left hand side of the screen, instead of having the heartbeat monitor, I've now got 3 circles with a dairy sort of chunk thing in the top. That's the recon ability of the tactician, which means when you press D-pad left, like a little blue line goes down your screen, and any enemies in your vicinity will appear on yours and everyone else's minimap as little red dots, and also any ones that are in your sight line get a little crosshair above them, which is quite useful. And D-pad down, D-pad right this time, instead of a Medidroid which follows me around, you pull out like a little brick basically. It's like a beacon, and you chuck it down, and then one of the automated sentries comes down and hovers around that beacon and kills anyone it can find. That's just to explain that one, so we'll crack on again. As you can tell, our side's not doing very well. I've got a sentry kill and sod all. Just to pause it again very quickly, the 69.8 now indicates yet another spawn point in front of me. And also the red square you can see in the minimap in the top left hand corner, that indicates an ammo crate that the opponents have captured. These can be destroyed and then recaptured for your own team. So we'll crack on again. There wasn't much action in this match. That blue line there was me just doing the recon ability. It didn't prove very effective. Now I'm just chucking down the beacon for my droid. It did show me there was someone around here there, so I'll take that. There's a little crosshair thing that came up and get myself 100 points. I don't know why I went up here now. If you can see on the left, there's a little arrow pointing to a stick and a circle. There's a capture point that I should be going for. Sentry got that guy in the end, but it was my sentry anyway, so I still got the 100 points. I'm nearly dead now. And that 70 meter 60 countdown thing in the front of me is where I'm going towards the spawn point I'm trying to capture. Now, down in the left hand bottom corner there's a bar I've not mentioned. There's one that keeps flicking up and down. That's my sprint ability, and the health bar is above it, the bigger one. That's building back up slowly because I just got shot. So I've just captured a spawn point. There's another one in front of me at 80 meters. Now we're playing, I'll just pause it here again just to explain the assassination match that we're trying to play. Top right corner now, we've got 0-1, means we lost the search and destroy because there's only 2 of us, although because my rank is now number 1, obviously the other guys fucked off and wasn't interested. The timer says 5 minutes because that's what it is in Warzone. You get 5 minutes per match type in each round. The circle with a skull in it now means we're playing the assassination type match, which I actually quite enjoy. Basically, one person on each side is picked, or in this case, we're going to target the enemy. It's random, you don't know who it is straight away, although as a defender you do find out about 30 seconds in advance who it is. Not that it makes much difference. It's quite difficult because obviously you become the focus. If you're the assassination target, you become the entire focus of the opposing team. It can be quite tricky. I have survived it a few times, but I've also been killed a few times. So what will happen is, where it says selecting enemy, that red enemy will change and it will tell me the target's name in 1 second's time, and then underneath the word enemy but above the timer there's a little red bar will appear. I don't know why you get 5 minutes to do assassination, because once that red bar fills up then they survived, and it's not 5 minutes at all, as you'll see, but that's what that means. So let's crack on with my 19 rounds of ammunition. I've managed to dodge a proximity mine there somehow, but I've only got 19 rounds for this gun. I don't know what I was doing down here. I think I was trying to sneak up on him, and then I realised I was getting targeted up. Over on the right hand side of the screen there's a semi-complete red square with a skull inside it. That's just directing me towards the target, so let's crack on again. I'm not doing very well here. I didn't realise I only had 19 rounds. The guy's got a bot down there, which they do need taking out if they're in between you and your opponent, because they're a bit of a pain in the ass and they will kill you. So I'm down to 30 rounds of pistol ammunition, and the remote sentry in the air managed to get me, the bastard. And so someone's already retaken that capture point because it's not available for me to select. I'm going as engineer this time because I want to get an ammo crate. The one downside with some of the SMGs in particular, there we are, 190 odd metres to the target. I'll just pause it again just to explain the screen now as an engineer. On my left hand side, in the bottom left, on D-pad left now, I have a spanner with a cog around it. That brings up, doing D-pad left would now bring up my repair tool, which works on ammo crates, and it also works on if you deploy a sentry bot thing like I can do as an engineer, and it gets shot, before it blows up you can actually repair them like repairing a tank in Battlefield, but you can also repair, there are some fixed gun emplacements. Once you repair that, anyone on your side can use it but the opponents can't. They are very powerful, they're just not used very much, to be honest. We also notice in the top right hand corner where it says kill active 1, 2, 3, the red bar is nearly full. So it says you get 5 minutes, but realistically you only get 1 minute to kill the guy. So anyway, let's crack on again. There's one of the remote drone things. They're not usually that deadly, but they're a pain in the ass. One of the assassination things telling me active 1, 2, 3 survived. I'm just deploying my own bot. Don't really know why, because I'm on my Jack Jones on this, so I don't really have much chance. And then I'll run down here to try and get one of the ammo crates. Now, just to pause it here, because it's quite a good little screen grab of what the screen's saying. Now we're playing, in the top right hand corner it says capture and hold. This is basically like conquest or domination from Modern Warfare, Call of Duty rather. Now, instead of being a skull with like a crosshair on it, I've got what appears to be like little radio beacons and a really weird looking circle knocking around. And then in the screen in front of me, just underneath capture and hold, I've got a red half square with a radio beacon in red, which means I've captured it already. The worrying thing is that one is the one that's nearest to me, so it's going to be in theory the easiest one for me to capture. So just to the left of the middle I've got another one at 57.6 metres, and then over to the right, the left rather, I've got one at 92.8. But also on the mini-map I've got 3 pentagons again, the red one being the one they've captured and the 2 white ones being the ones that no one's captured, just to show that screen. And also underneath my rank and score of 400 points there's a little red light about to start flashing. That indicates they've got one of the capture and hold areas. In that little bit there, if they're all flashing red, means you've captured them all. If there's one flashing green, you've got one of them. And also underneath that there's 2 bars. The top bar will be green, which indicates how many points I've accumulated for capturing and holding places, and the red bar underneath that one will be there, is telling you how much they've won. So you can keep an eye on that as we crack on a little bit longer. So I'm just going to just blow up. It's easier with gunfire for some reason to destroy ammo crates, in my opinion, rather than grenades. But anyway, so then I repair that, get 50 points, and then I fill up my ammunition. So I'm going to go for the capture points here. I totally missed. I think there's a guy here that I totally missed. There he is. You can see his red face, and the last second when I see him, which is annoying. But there you go. The other thing I just wanted to point out on the map, then, if you spawn as an engineer, if there are ammo crates that have not been nicked, if you will, for want of a better word, on either side, it actually appears as a white spanner rather than a white box. I don't know why they do that, but anyway. So I'm trying to play capture and hold on my own here. There's this droid thing above me. I did manage to capture this before I get knifed in the back. I'm trying to take that out. They're a pain. They're not usually that deadly, but they can certainly land the odd punch or two, and they certainly soften you up. So I get a double XP ribbon there before I get knifed in the back and blood spurting out. As you'll see, I'm taking 2 of them on. I can't remember what I did next. So I spawned as tactician. The reason why I spawned as tactician, the droid thing, whatever it is, I can't fucking remember, that I deployed, they are fairly useful. Now on the floor, it's a bit hard to pick out, but there's something red flashing on the floor. That's a proximity mine that I'm trying to avoid whilst trying to capture this, and watch out for the motherfuckers stabbing me in the back again. And I think the guy just ran past me there. Yeah, I do actually manage to kill someone now. I don't know, I got 200 points for that before I get taken down by that droid. It's the gun is the reason why I picked the tactician. I like the recon ability, but it wasn't. The recon was assigned in the past to the sniper class, recon class, whatever it's called. That wasn't enough to make me want to use it very often. I don't know why I picked this gun. It's crap at picking them off a distance, I tell you. Although it wasn't actually the sentry bot thing that got me in the end, it was the enemy sneaking around with his LMG. But it's the gun that I like. So anyway guys, just a quick one. I've not covered everything that you come across in Warzone. Yes, Warzone. I will do another video when I get a chance to do some more footage going over the other ones. But we've covered assassination, we've covered search and destroy, and we've covered capture and hold. There's a couple more bits and bobs, like I've not shown you what the screen's like for a recon or infiltrator, but I will do those. I'm sorry it's been a bit long. I mean, the video itself, the footage itself is just under 5 minutes. Yeah, it's taken me the best part of 18 minutes to explain it all. So anyway guys, stick around. I'm not sure what video is going to be up next. Yesterday I uploaded the Battlefield 3 70s trailer, which I thought you had a chance to watch. It was a lot of fun doing it, and I will be doing something similar in the future. But I'm not sure what's going to be up next after this one. I will try and get some more. I will finish this series on Killzone. It's just depending on how quickly I can get a chance to actually take some footage of the type of games that I need. But anyway, for the time being guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you later. Take it easy. Bye.